for Denver. Murray, Brown. Game 5 underway. Boom coming off his 43-point explosion, a career high on 13 of 17 shooting. Conley finds Randall. They're going to feature him offensively without Edwards and DiVincenzo. Double on Randall, force him to give it up. 7 to shoot now for McDaniels, who has really shown some offensive skill set. He's going to hear it, though, from the fans after the way Game 4 ended. And Julius Randle gets things started with a 3.
And not a great offensive set to start the game, but Randle bails them out there. And Randle and McDaniels are going to have to get it done on the offensive end here tonight for the Timberwolves.
Nikola Jokic, who has put up good numbers if you just looked at points, rebounds, and assists, but his field goal percentage is way down as Cam Johnson gets his first shot to go down.
And a good sign for Denver. Get Cam Johnson a shot, get him going early, get that confidence up for the Nuggets.
David Adelman, head coach for Denver, was very clear with Cam Johnson. If you're open, shoot it. Felt like they had a number of actions that he was hesitant with in the last couple of games. Good sign there to get them on the board. McDaniels too strong. Brown clears the board. Nikola Jokic averaging 25 points, nearly 15 rebounds and 8 assists in this series, and his first one goes. So Jokic gets an easy one in the mid-range off the nice feed, and he's going to continue to go up against the stifling defense of the Stifle Tower, Rudy Gobert, who has been outstanding in this series. Another. Jokic and Murray, that lethal two-man game. That's a long 2, and it goes. Plus the
efficiency on the offensive end to start the game, what Denver needed.
Again, Jokic is 5% or more of the team's points in a playoff game. And that was one of the messages from David Adelman. The others around them have to be assertive and stop watching. That's going to help with a strip from Brown. Murray running with him. Brown's going to attack, and he couldn't spin it in. Then a strip there from Johnson, but Randall gets it back. McDaniels on the fend-off, offensive foul.
15 points per game in this series, so you lose that challenge and you lose McDaniels probably for a while here in this first half.
Terrence Shannon Jr. will come in for him as Johnson's 3 over the top and then scooped up by Gobert. Chris Finch had a lot to say about Shannon. Felt like his season was largely hijacked by injury, but played his best ball down the stretch in the regular season and loved what he did last year against OKC in the playoffs. They know that he's ready for these big moments, and right on cue, he gets to the rim, but he can't finish on that awkward delivery. Johnson looking to push. Murray attacking on Conley. They're going to go right at that 38-year-old as much as they possibly can as Johnson gets all the way to the rim.
Pick and roll action. I like how he didn't settle. Get to the rim.
Loose ball scooped up. Spencer Jones with a runway. In the Game 4 loss at Minnesota, felt like their effort was excellent, but their offense just couldn't follow suit. Better start here tonight, but Randall's doing it all himself. He's got all 8 for Minnesota.
And he's being hyper-aggressive here, but he's going to need some help on the offensive end. Right now, if you're Minnesota, you got to weather the storm. You know that Denver's going to come out.
Murray buries a deep
sense of urgency, and it's on display.
Randall back to work. Can't respond. Murray was open momentarily. Now it's Jokic. Get it ahead for him. Murray is bumped, and they're going to call it on the floor. Murray more space, but he can't hit that time. So Mike Conley, who really didn't play for about a month towards the end of the season, he finally got a little bit more burn. As Chris Finch said, yes, the Mike Conley month preservation as Ayo Dosunmu has his first bucket following his 43-point game. The month preservation of Mike Conley has come to fruition, and he's ready to go, feeling as fresh as he has in years now in a postseason action. Open look. Christian Brown can't hit. Randall inside, off the hands of Gobert, out of bounds. Season up 3 early on, and Jokic has his second bucket of the night. 11 to start this game, just much more efficient from what we've seen, and another steal. Murray off to the races against Conley, had it knocked away, out of bounds. Turnovers per game. Shannon all the way to the rim as he lays it in. He's in there because of the 2 fouls on Jaden McDaniels in the early going here, and Shannon has his first bucket for Minnesota. 2-man game, as is customary here at Mile High. Murray right at Conley, over the top for 2.
And that was good defense, better offense, but I like the from Jamal Murray.
He and Jokic have put up big numbers, but the field goal percentage efficiency has been way down from what we are accustomed to seeing from arguably the best two-man game in the NBA. Randall got out of it, and Shannon way off on the three. Jokic comes away with it. Up ahead for Murray. Johnson trailing the play. He'll attack on Connolly. And he finds the trailing Jones who had it denied, but he's fouled. Right. I was always told that you're supposed to show transparent about his role. He came in and he worked his tail off every day, has earned his spot in the rotation in the postseason, started his career in Denver. Naz Reid, former Sixth Man of the Year, on the floor as well for the Wolves. 7-point Denver lead, their largest of this opening quarter, just past the midway point. Around for Reid, dynamic with the ball in his hands, nearly had it stripped, and he did. Jones comes away with it, saved it into the hands of Highland. Right down the middle, outside for Shannon, full reset on the shot clock. They're going to say it was a possession from Denver. Highland lost it. Reid will fire, way off. Another rebound for Jokic, his second. He'll survey the floor. Now it's Murray off the screen. Working on Gobert. Bounce it for Jokic. Over Reid, and he gets it to go, plus the foul. 39% field goal percentage, 18.5. Bruce Brown will check in next dead ball for the Nuggets as Highland draws the contact on the ground.
And of course, Shannon together are going to have to pick up the slack collectively as a group on the offensive end.
Here is Shannon attacking baseline, out of bounds. For just 2.5 minutes into the game, Jaden McDaniels picked up his second foul, so he's been on the bench since. Denver has taken advantage. Jokic missed that one. The extra help from Gobert, who wanted a foul after he corralled the rebound. Now Highland sets the offense in motion. Dosunmu, 43 points on 17 shots, the second most points in a playoff game off the bench in NBA history. Will snake through, push it up, and he doesn't get the roll. Good box out by Jokic. David Adelman stressed, screening can get you open if you're not Jamal Murray or Nikola Jokic, but those two guys do it as well as anybody. As Murray comes up short, follows his miss, a lot of contact, but it was taken away by Dosunmu. Naz Reid, spin, can't score, couldn't get his own. Gobert does, to the outside. And a reset with 10 to shoot for Highland. Spin on Hardaway and a foul on the outside. It'll be played since April 1st, so Julian Strawther with some first quarter minutes as Bones Highland. Jokic gets rid of it, Strawther right back to him. Now Jokic on Gobert, way outside. Hand it for Johnson. He'll fire. Pure. Be their third scorer as Dosunmu responds with a triple.
How about the confidence this young man is playing with? He just, man, continues with that hot streak.
Chris Finch was pretty honest that they were curious if the shooting numbers were real, as one find from Jokic inside. He'll tee it up. Off the heel, it's going the other way. A
foul. He just went right by them.
Right now, he was unfazed. He was in his flow state. And a foul's going the other way. An illegal screen against 7 threes in the first quarter, tied for the second most they've made in any quarter of a postseason game since 2000. With 8 points in the first, gets things rolling here in the second.
In that first quarter, and I like getting Randall on the low block there. Let him use that physicality and get to the free throw line.
Meanwhile, double point guard lineup here for Denver. We just haven't seen this often. Tyus Jones getting into this series and will have the ball in his hands along with Jamal Murray. Jonas Valanciunas has played sparingly. He'll get early minutes to start the second as well. Back down against Randall, and another offensive foul.
Valanciunas extending that left elbow.
So 40 seconds of play and 2 fouls for Valanciunas. Get it inside. Anderson. Good defense by Murray at home, and it's a 1-point game. Jones on Dosunmu, and a push.
Slow-mo there with the finish.
It looked like it was in slow-mo all the way down to the bottom of the bucket. Open look for Spencer Jones. And Anderson clears the board. A chance for Minnesota to go back in front for the first time since the opening minute of this game. Anderson looking for Randall. Back to Anderson. Kick it out. Extra for McDaniels. Oh, he fumbled it. And Jones scoops it up. Jones gets all the way to the rim and lays it home. Alman said it when they added Tyus Jones as he draws the offensive foul. He said
a foul on that screen on Randall.
He'll attack, hook, Jones, the cut, he couldn't finish it. And then a foul on the Reed.
Just missed an open three and missed that wide open layup.
Tough one for Reed. Doesn't go. The leak out. Brown was open momentarily, but Randall recovers defensively. 2 minutes gone here in the second. Jones has been running the show. Murray, bounce it. Spencer Jones, extra. Valanciunas, and a travel. So Valanciunas with 3 turnovers in his first 2 minutes of action. Trying to bide the time with Jokic on the bench. Jokic in the first quarter, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. Reed attacks on Jones. Floats it up and in.
And he is so skilled right there. Saw the smaller, showing off that left hand hook.
Murray off the curl. Now it's Jones off the screen. He'll pull. Can't hit. Rebound to Reed. And then taken by Brown. Lazy pass by Naz Reid. Brown read it the entire way. Brown thought about it. Reload for Murray. Inside Valanciunas. Doubled immediately. And a whistle and a foul. Has still been a struggle. Just 3 for 11. While Minnesota 7 of 13 from downtown. Murray on the attack. Tough fader. It goes.
Oh, that was tough. Jamal Murray just clearing everybody out. I got this.
Such a unique matchup where you see big men who are the ball handlers respectively for their teams, whether it's Julius Randle, Naz Reid, of course Nikola Jokic, as Randle will try. Can't hit on the 3. Long rebound falls to Anderson. Couple of pumps, tries to find the cutting Randle, and he spun it just off the
great feel and continue to
know the former teammates. Is that what you're saying?
Never.
Well, because you have gold.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. No, we're good friends. Good teammates, good friends. Still competing.
Yes, and Boris is one of the best and really did help to bring some of that playmaking big man style as Valanciunas finally gets one on the board after the early 3 fouls and 3 turnovers. Minnesota expected some level of zone defense from Denver. The Sooners trying to be a zone buster, and he can't hit. Looks like a miscommunication defensively, though, more than anything. Denver trying to take advantage of the miss. On the pull, Brown comes up short, tipped by Valanciunas to the outside for DeSumo. Now McDaniels, he's going to hear it every time he touches the ball. His passing gulped by Murray.
And that's the 13th turnover here for Minnesota.
Brown all alone. Valanciunas comes flying in.
Just given, bringing some physicality, toughness, great activity, buying time for Adelman with Jokic on the bench.
Reed lost it, got it back, flings it to the outside. 10 to shoot for Randall. Anderson, running start. Reed 3, it's good.
You can't give Naz Reid any space. I mean, just that quick trigger. Once again, whether inside or outside, being effective.
He was just 4 of 14 from 3 through the first 4 games of the series. Already a couple off the bench here tonight. Now it's Valanciunas back to work on the post up. And he just goes right through Randall. 6 straight points. Lob it up. McDaniels guides the rest home. And David Adelman's going to call a timeout.
Head coach Chris Finch just about Dante's spirits, and he said, look, he's ready to get at it, knows it's a long road ahead, but he said he really appreciated Jason Tatum's words after Tatum's game. He said that runner's knee in his right during the regular season. Well, this injury is his left knee that happened in the first half of that last game. He was diagnosed with a left knee bone bruise and hyperextension. He's out indefinitely, guys.
Yeah, look, the good news with Dante DiVincenzo, he was sent to Anthony Edwards. Chris Finch felt like they dodged the bullet, and they certainly did. No ligament damage in that knee, and there's a chance if they can extend this run, he can make his way back as Jokic misses another 3.
That's where Jokic has 27 from the three-point line coming into this game. 0 for 2 here tonight.
Now it's Randall in attack mode. Back down on Jones. Shimmy shake with a pump. Had it knocked away by Jones. Another turnover. 3 on 2. Johnson had it knocked back by Highland. Now Johnson will attack. Get it to Brown, and now they'll reload. Half the shot clock on for Tyus Jones. McDaniel steps up on Jokic. Had the 2 early fouls in the first. Double comes from DeSumo. Kick it. Jones 3. Bottom.
finally there. Denver knocking down a three, but you double off Jokic, you will get good looks because he'll find you.
7 assists for the Joker. McDaniels floater in and out. Jokic with another rebound. Head up, get it to Brown. Spin, drive, and slam! "14 assists for Denver." Highland lost it, out of bounds. 5 rebounds for Jokic, who during the regular season had 34 triple-doubles, averaged a triple-double for the 2nd straight season. On the outside against Gobert, who has taken the fight to him defensively in this series. Jokic goes right at him, and he floats it home.
Just great patience his body, and once again, right at the rim.
Gobert going right back at him. Comes up short. Jokic head up. Brown attacks again. And this time he lost it. And it's going the other way.
At the rim. A throwback. The big guys going at it.
Talk about a throwback. Mike Conley still getting it done as Randall just raises it over the front of the rim.
And that's what Minnesota has to do more of. Denver not a shot blocking team, no rim protection. Got to go to the rim.
Spencer Jones takes flight for 2.
That's Jones, I like his activity, moving without the basketball.
Jokic jumped the passing lane, and he's out for long seasons. And what this guy is as competitive as anybody playing this game in the entire world. He loves to win and he hates to lose as much as anyone. You can see it by his impassioned play today, and really anytime his team is down, as Highland comes right back with another triple.
How about passion right now? Highland locked and loaded from 3.
3 of 4 off the bench. He's got 9. 3:05 to play. 3:06 with the foul at Highland against Murray, Christian Brown, Spencer Jones, Jokic, and Johnson. Deep one for Murray. And he just can't rim it in. That's been the 2 differences in this game. Turnovers, 14 for Minnesota, 6 for Denver. 3-point shooting, 9 of 17 for the Wolves, 4 of 15 for the Nuggets. Highland's hit 3 of them. Looking for more. Time to get busy. 3 to shoot for Randall. Has to put it up. Got it off in time, and he can't get the roll. Rebound, pinball to the outside, fight for it. McDaniels over the top of Johnson. Randall drive and kick. McDaniels loads it up. Weak side rebound of Jones. And an offensive foul is going to be the screen on Christian.
As well, expect to see a lot of Jokic and Murray for Denver in the 2nd half. We'll step up and play big. Randall's been so good for Minnesota.
Murray on the attack, and he banks it home on the opening possession. And Murray has a dozen on 5 of 8 shooting. In fact, Jokic and Murray are combined 10 of 18 from the floor with 25 points and 15 assists between the 2 of them. McDaniels has been showered by the crowd all night with those boos. Randall comes up short, got his own, and he's fouled as we check in with Ashley.
Said we really need to do a good job of tearing the pocket when that happened.
But Minnesota has capitalized with 12.
In Denver, they could have was bailed out there. They weren't efficient, the Nuggets, in transition off those turnovers, but got to clean things up, particularly on the road. Closing out a game in a playoff against your playoff rival, not easy for the Timberwolves.
Open look, Murray, the flyby, but he missed it. A lot of contact with Gobert, who went flailing out of that play. DeSumo looking to attack in the body of Johnson, high off the window for 2. So 8 points on the follow-up from his 43-point explosion in Game 4. Now it's a back down for Jokic. Gobert stands his ground. Reset with 10 to shoot for Murray. Off the screen. Murray peeks. Step away, 2. And a long rebound knocked out of bounds.
With this beautiful finish.
That's a high degree of difficulty.
Oh, man.
Brown inside for Jokic, 6 to shoot. And he goes right into Gobert and draws the contact. 20 minutes of action. Team is a plus 11. Stern on NBC and Peacock. Jokic splits a pair, tied for actually one behind the game high. 14 for Jokic, 15 for Julius Randle, who's the only Minnesota player in double figures here tonight. Conley couldn't finish. Jokic clears his 7th rebound. Murray, Jones, 3 ball.
Denver in transition.
Randall lost it. Jones hits the deck. And it's 4 years old and has come in spot duties this year and provided just a major punch for this group on both ends. McDaniels got it back. Couldn't float it in. Jokic has another board. Johnson looking to run. Puts the head down. Leaves it for Brown. Outside Jones again for 3. And the attack has been balanced. Jones now up to 15. Jokic with 14. Murray with a dozen. Cam Johnson with 11. As DeSumo got downhill and it's stripped by Jokic. Got it back inside. 10 to shoot for Randall. Skip it. McDaniels into a double. Knocked away into the hands of Conley. Trying to squeeze it in there and he couldn't for Gobert. Johnson had taken away but a foul on Randall.
Johnson on full display. Right now to start this 3rd quarter, this Timberwolves offense is sputtering.
Meanwhile, Jokic 1 rebound away from another postseason triple-double. 7 to shoot. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Murray. Then Jokic got hit after the play by Daniels, and all he's done this series, going back to game 2, and he criticized essentially the entire Denver defense. We're going to say that's clean. DeSumo snaking in. Outside for McDaniels with 5 to shoot. Through the bones. Can't hit the 3, and Jokic has a triple-double. His 23rd career postseason triple-double. Brown recovers to the outside. Murray closely guarded by Conley. Half the shot clock gone. Now it's Jokic on the outside. Murray post up. 5 to shoot. Directing traffic. Back him down. Through the contact, no. Body's hitting the floor. It's a 4-on-3. And Jokic just gave the foul. That one could be a transition take foul.
Extra loud for McDaniels. Figure out how to manufacture some points here on the offensive end.
Reed tries to turn the corner. Floats it, no. Jokic another board. Johnson will stop it. Off the screen. Outside Jones. Looking for another 3. Bullseye! Spencer is in the 3rd. This fan base deserves for us to come in here, play hard, and play well. Fans have responded. Team has responded. Largest lead of the night for Denver. Reed looking to quiet him. DeSumo with 8 to shoot. Cross, float, and he doesn't get it to go. Looking to run, bounce. What a pass! And Brown was fouled by McDaniels.
The defense has been superior to start this 2nd half. Is poor, and really you have to tip your hat to this defense of Denver.
So Brown finally on the board. Was the lone starter who had not scored. If you look at the starting unit in the plus-minus, they have all been at least a plus 17 or better. Reed cross, drive, tough one, doesn't go. Got his own, and he flips it in.
Right now, Minnesota's going to have to get some stops here. Denver just scoring at will. Everybody contributing.
Jokic being guarded again closely by Gobert. 8 to shoot. Johnson off the handoff. He'll try. Long rebound into the hands of Johnson. Jokic lob. Murray does the rest. McDaniels quiets the crowd. 9 points for Jaden McDaniels, who got off to that slow start because of foul trouble, and then Gobert has the steal. Jokic late to recover. A 5-on-4. Minnesota hurries. McDaniels wants to go to work. Dangerous pass. Highland will try. Can't hit the 3. And the rebound pulled in by Johnson. Up ahead for Jones. And he'll get all the way. Spencer soaring in. Then this one going to game 6 in Minneapolis. McDaniels still hearing it from the crowd. Lost the ball. It was off the finger.
Time left, and we've seen in this series Minnesota will continue to compete. They've gotten back into the game.
For them in moments like that, as Murray's too strong on the floater. This is a Minnesota team that did come back from down by 19 in game 2 to come away with a win in the 4th quarter. But Reed
Randall gets the steal.
and he's going to swipe and slam.
So, play confident, play together, do what you do, and really everybody's stepping up.
Jokic thought about it. No Gobert in the game. It'll be Randall who will accept the defensive responsibility. Oh, what a bounce, Jokic! 6 assists for Murray. 16 points for the Joker. 4:20 left in this third. Does Minnesota have a run before the 4th quarter? That won't help. Another turnover. Brown on the run. Back it out, slow it down. Wait for reinforcements. That'll come with Hardaway. Long rebound, Johnson. Nobody there. Reed hits the deck. He's down. Jokic got pushed. And will be playing without Naz Reid. Denver in the bonus. Jokic 27 of them. So 4 minutes to play here in the third. Denver now with its largest lead of 21. Anderson looking to drive on Hardaway. On the outside, Highland. Now Anderson with 7 to shoot. And he shields the basketball, couldn't finish. Randall with the offensive rebound, no. And a foul on the loose ball. They lead by 22 as we start the 4th. DeSumo had it swallowed up by Valanciunas. Murray with a step. Stops. Doubled. And a tie-up with McDaniels. McDaniels
Comes there, able to force that jump ball.
but he couldn't win it. Valanciunas doubled. Dribbles out of it. Around it goes Tyus Jones, who brought some real energy in the 2nd quarter. Directing traffic now with 5 on the clock. Spencer Jones in. Had it taken away, out of bounds.
Being unselfish, sense of purpose. And look at Murray getting a shot off there, but you know, those assists come because of the play of the complementary players on this Nuggets team. Can't emphasize enough how great they've been here. Consistent all night.
Oh, the fend off. Anderson's going to be called for it.
Offensive foul every time.
Screen from Valanciunas. Jones, hook it. Valanciunas, little pop, and pulls it through. Denver, and this offense looking eerily familiar for what we saw through the majority of the regular season. Foul's going to be
Struggling with their offense, but they have found their swagger here. And I know on the road it's tough. You need your star. No Anthony Edwards for game 6, but you have to be better on that side of the floor for Minnesota to have a chance to close out this series.
Look, the lack of DiVincenzo and Edwards was now 2 to shoot Valanciunas. And here we go again. He's fearless, so by nature he's been quiet for the majority of his life and career. He has certainly found his voice in this series, and he's going to hear it again in a different fashion from this Denver crowd. Murray puts it down, but a foul's going to be called. They will count the bucket though from Jamal Murray. And McDaniels draws the foul.
The availability of the possible.
Yeah, guys, I asked Chris Finch about Jaden McDaniels' confidence. He said, look, obviously he's very competitive. He's ornery in a good way and a bad way. And like you mentioned, Noah, he's so unafraid. But he's just confident. He used to get down if he missed shot. Touches were inconsistent. But now it's really all just fed into the confident Jaden McDaniels we're seeing.
And confidence coming from his teammates as well, as Randall gets all the way in for a deuce. Anthony Edwards always talking McDaniels up. The relationship that those two have built together in their time in the NBA together, both drafted in 2020. This is the first playoff game since Anthony Edwards was drafted that he is not a second half in game 4 to come away with a really impressive win. As Murray, no. Rebound, Valanciunas could not squeeze it, but it'll... Bruce Brown. Rebound tracked down by Reed. Good to see him back on the floor, but he's not moving 100% as McDaniels takes it all the way. See Reed trying to tough it out, but definitely laboring after he had that foot-ankle issue in the 3rd quarter. On pass and slam, Bruce Brown is building real estate above the rim. DeSumo cross and finish off the window plus the foul.
Said he fits here in Denver like Noah Eagle fits at NBC.
I want to make sure we pass that along to the big bosses.
That wasn't meant to be funny.
No, that was just, oh, wow, that's big. I appreciate it. I'm shocked you didn't go baby bird on that one.
Save it for later.
Valanciunas is hacked. Been searching for efficiency. And it's been the case tonight. When and where will be TBD. For more of these games, please go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. We'll let you know once we hear what TBD it is.
I like the emphasis on the T, the B, and the D.
Just make sure that we get it clear all the way through. Driving kick, McDaniels now trying to spin away. DeSumo will fire, no. And Valanciunas bear hugs the board. And another foul going to be called. Randall and
the strongest players in the NBA. I think he and Steven Adams have to be the two strong. Valanciunas is strong, but he's not foolish.
Brown can't hit on the second. Rebound fought for, and Reed squeezes. Nearly knocked away. Highland recovers. Minnesota, at minimum, will look to establish some momentum heading back home.
You want to come out in these situations and punching them in the mouth here in this second half. And
meanwhile, for Denver, doing this tonight without Aaron Gordon, who's missing this game after returning in game 4 and really struggling to get through that one, trying to just give whatever he could to his team, doing it again without Peyton Watson. Those two absences, that's been a big deal. David Adelman said that that's been a real struggle when Nikola Jokic has gotten so much attention. Jamal Murray has gotten so much attention. Those are guys that initiate offense. And that's an impressive block. Spencer Jones with 2 hands.
Great effort, challenge guarding Randall all night, doing a great job.
He's got 3 blocks here tonight. 12 to shoot now for Highland. On the attack, and he goes through the contact, has a chance for 3.
Play, they have length, they have physicality, great athletes, and not having them tonight hasn't been an issue.
They have found the contributions elsewhere. Tyus Jones will draw the contact on Highland. He has been a nice boost as well. Again,
he did.
3rd time. But he did. Maybe Adrian, you go bowling.
Oh, man.
Well, Rocky is certainly going to be excited about the way that this Denver Nuggets team has played tonight to extend their season. Backs against the wall. Still a 19-point game, though, just under 7 to play. You know this Minnesota team has had some. DeSumo following it up with a 16-point performance after 43 in game 4. Jokic back on the floor with another triple-double, 18, 11, and 15. And a foul on the out, 17 points in the 4th quarter over the last 3 games alone.
At all. Put your foot on their neck here, and they'll do that. Continue to try to do that. But I just tell you, halftime, it was a good game. Pretty close. Minnesota played well. I thought the turnovers hurt them, but the 3-point shooting was stellar, but nothing really going their way. A nice back down turnaround. Little hook shot there by Randall.
Oh, what a steal by DeSumo. It is back to 15 midway through this 4th quarter.
Cannot lose concentration here. This Timberwolves team, they'll keep fighting.
Minnesota hit 7 threes in the 1st quarter. They've only made 4 since. Murray the pump. Can't hit. Rebound to the hands of DeSumo. Get it up ahead for Highland. Oh, the speed from Highland, and he finishes. Timeout, David Adelman.
Sort of just superior play. You have to play and be concentrating for the entire game. No let up. See if Denver can execute here out of this timeout.
Fans looking to Willems all the way through. Jokic felt the contact, and he doesn't get the roll. But he will get free throw assists for Jokic here tonight.
Point play opportunity.
20 points for Jokic. 22 for Murray. 20 for Spencer Jones, and 16 for Cam Johnson. But Minnesota has reignited a spark, and Ayo DeSumo was having plenty of words with the fans in between that last time out. Randall right to the rack, but he missed it. Got it back. Randall in traffic. Through the contact, and a chance for 3. Approaching 5 minutes to play. And Denver closed the door on this one, keep the series and their season alive. Can Minnesota wrap it up tonight in a stunning comeback way? Jokic off the screen from Johnson. 5 to shoot. Johnson will tee it up from the outside. And Randle collects the rebound. Naz Reid floats it up. And he gets the roll.
A little floater.
It has become nervous energy now at Ball Arena in this fourth quarter. Denver has surrendered what was a 27-point cushion. Johnson back down, spin. His pass nearly taken away. Brown, 3-ball, he buries it! Christian Brown. Randle attack mode, had it poked away. Murray scoops it up and takes it all the way. To get it back up to a 15-point game with under 4 to play. Reid couldn't save it, backcourt violation.
Looked like Naz Reid just functioned Brown in consecutive turnovers. Denver regaining the momentum.
Murray and Jokic trying to put it away. It's Jokic for 2+1.
Down, but he managed to read it
after the extended comeback bid from Minnesota. And the foul on Jokic as rebound, 6 assists, and 5 fouls for himself.
of attack with Gobert now on the floor.
27 for Randle. He leads all scorers. 24 for Murray, 23 for Jokic. He's got a triple-double with 11 rebounds, 15 assists. And oh boy, Highland comes up now limping a little bit. Jokic tries, and he missed the three. Rebound, scored to the outside. Murray back to Jokic. Shot clock never reset, didn't hit the rim. Johnson shovel, Jokic finish.
The bounce, passing, shooting, scoring. Stepping up.
Jay and Joe Ingles on the court. So this will go back to Game 6 in Minneapolis, and a chance one more time before a potential Game 7 as Shannon to Target Center in Minneapolis.
Well, yeah, I mean, first of all, the competition, the fight was there. They're going to have to clean up their defense. 121 points, which was Denver's regular season norm. They can clean that up a little bit. They scored enough points here on the road, but they're going to have to slow down this Nuggets attack.
And that one will count plus the foul. And it's
leading to 33 points. And you could really point just to that. They could clean that up a little bit as well. Make sure they get good looks every possession at home, which is easier to do.
You certainly hope to always be healthy as Johnson again gets upstairs for the slam. For this Minnesota team, no DiVincenzo the rest of the way. Anthony Edwards out for several weeks. Lob it up. Berenche is fouled by Jokic. This series at minimum. You believe in that, too?
David Copperfield,
yeah.
What about that?
I think we're going to find out if our studio believes in magic or the magic.
I like that.
Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they're not going to have full practice days. They're going to have to fly back to Minneapolis and gear up. And we'll see what Chris Finch and his staff can do. The players on this team have been so complimentary of the game plan they've put forward through the first 4 games of this series. As Berenze has it on the bounce and then knocked away by Brown. Another turnover, number 25 for the Wolves.
David Adelman taking no chances. Jokic and Murray in the game here with a minute left.
Final icing. Johnson, bounce it, Jokic, put it through. .50 seconds remaining. Denver with 125 after failing to reach 100 points in each of the last 2. Terrence Shannon Jr. continues to show off that smooth lefty delivery.
And one thing everybody was talking about with this Nuggets team, who can step up, be that third scorer to complement Jokic and Murray. And tonight you had Jones and Johnson both stepping up, combining